I'm gonna stand one way.
Gary, how do you feel?
Better than I did yesterday. It's it feels good because I thought that we had the ones that had hurt Channon, and I truly believe that now we have. I believe he was just as much a part of the death of my daughter as any of them were. And I'm very happy for Hugh and Mary. We've known since day one. One of the first things that I remember hearing Hugh Newsom say in a meeting with the district attorney's office was no car, no crime. He's been saying the same thing ever since. And he was right. And we'll never get justice on this earth. Not for what they did. But I think we got them all best we can. And that's what I promised my daughter, that they wouldn't hurt anybody else. And I'm pretty sure we just ended that battle.
You've waited a long time for this day, for this verdict, for Boyd to stand charges. How does it feel now that it's here? Describe the wait to get this point.
It's that's the worst part about any of these trials is sitting and waiting on the jury. But I think this jury did a real good job. I think they were very efficient. I think they were meticulous, and they made the right decisions. So we're just relieved that it's over, and hopefully we'll be able to get up in the morning and go to work and be normal.
Do you feel like this was the last thing that last hump to get over was just this one last trial?
No, no. There'll be a lot more days in court because of Davidson. Boyd, we're not through. Randy Nichols once told me that to get what we wanted, it would take the rest of our lives, that we would never see the end. And I told him then that I had nothing else to do, and I still don't. Whatever it takes.
Do you feel a sense of closure?
No, but I think we're getting close.
What's next for you?
I got to call my boss and see if I still got a job. I think I do. Now I want to thank him. I want to thank Chad Campbell for supporting me and being here for me. And
I know you've been through this process several times over the years. What has it been like when you have to sit trial after trial, waiting for this day to come and gotten home?
well, I made some promises to my daughter almost 13 years ago. And I would have kept every one of them. And I'm just glad that I don't have to think about those things anymore. I can just look to the future. Try to make a difference.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
been a long time coming. It's been 12 and a half years, and he's been getting away with murder for way too long, so I'm very happy.
Describe the moment when you heard that first guilty.
Well, you know, the judge says you can't make any noise, but you can't help but go, it was just a sense of relief.
What was it like to wait for the verdict when you're waiting for almost a full day now of deliberations?
I'm not very patient, so it's real hard for me to wait, but you just have to do what you have to do. Made a promise to my daughter a long time ago, and I intend to keep it.
Who's probably going to ask you, do you feel like this is closure? Do you feel like this is a justice of some sort?
I do believe justice was served today, yes, but it's never going to go away for us. I mean, we'll fight for the rest of our lives trying to keep them in jail. Because, trust me, these aren't nice people, okay? I don't want this to happen to anybody else's children and have to deal with what the Newsoms and we've had to deal with.
This is kind of a similar question to what Madison said, but I mean, this is the fifth defendant facing these murder charges. It's been a long time since a murder trial. Have you been waiting for this day for Boyd to have guilty?
Well, you can go back and check the record. I've been saying a long time, for almost since it happened, he's been getting away with murder, and yeah. You know, we've been, you know, Hugh and Mary have been trying diligently, and we've all been trying diligently to get everybody involved in this case that took our kids. Anybody that was involved deserves to be punished. So,
You've got the district attorney sitting in court with you every day.
Mhm.
What does that feel like to have the backing of really the state of Tennessee at this point?
well, from the get-go, we've pretty much had that, so we really do appreciate all of their hard work. They've put many countless hours into this, and you know, where they've been working to try to bring it to justice, we've just been trying to survive without our kids. So it's been a long time coming, and I'm grateful to everybody, the DA's office, all the law enforcement officers that helped. You guys have been with us from the get-go. Maybe not all of you, but the media in general, and I just really appreciate everybody's help. Because I don't want anyone to ever forget Channon or Chris. They were good kids, and they deserve that much.
That was my next question, because we've talked a lot about Eric Boyd in this case, but it's really about Shannon and Chris. What memories of them, what memories of Shannon do you hold on to through this whole process?
Well, I have to keep out all the memories. That's all I've got left. You know, I don't get to talk to her anymore, but I do, but she's not here with me. But just any memory's a good memory. If she makes me laugh sometimes, I see a butterfly, I know it's her, you know, letting me know she's okay or everything's going to be all right. But I'll never forget my kids.
If Shannon were here today, what do you think she would say to you?
That she was happy and that she loved me.
If there is anything that you could say to this jury, what would you tell them?
Well, I don't know if y'all could just thank you. The two Knox County juries that we've had through all of these, 7 or 8 trials that we've had, are the two juries that have really stepped up and done what's right. So I'm very grateful for this entire East Tennessee, or the state of Tennessee, for all they've done, for the love, the support, and everything. We couldn't have done it without them. And I'm really grateful that they stepped up and did what was right. Because I know that's not an easy task. It has to be a hard task for any juror. And seeing those pictures, as y'all all well know, are something that don't just go away. And there were a lot of young jurors on that jury, so I just hope and pray that they realize what they did was a big deal. And I'm grateful. Thank you.
Look like they saved the best for last, so.
I was going to ask you, you guys have been really leading the fight on Eric Boyd. Why was he so important for you to be here today to see him?
Well, 12 years ago, we made a promise to Chris that we didn't know who did this to him, but we would get whoever did. And today, that promise was fulfilled, and Chris got the justice that he deserved, and I feel so happy about that. It's just what we wanted. It couldn't be better right now.
When we, our final goodbye to Chris, we hugged him embraced him in his body bag. We were not allowed to see him, but at that particular time, Mary and I both promised we'd not stop until Eric Boyd was prosecuted for killing him. And we've been working for 12 years on this. We've had help from a retired lawyer in California. We've been to several times when we wanted to give up, and he wouldn't let us.
He'd encourage us.
He kept us energized and kept us going, and then there was another particular person that writes e-books under the name of 6-4 that also helped us keep our route straight. He was Lamarcus Davison's former cellmate in the West Tennessee prison. He's turned his life around, and he's a renowned author now. He helped us also, but three of the people that helped us tremendously was T.K. Fitzgerald and Phil Morton, and the Attorney General, Charmy Allen.
She was a big help to us.
They finally, after, gosh, I don't know how many times we met with them, called them,
Begged them.
emailed them. I expected to be arrested for harassment, but we finally got to this point, and it's an achievement that all of those people I've mentioned had a major part in.
How does it feel at this moment? How did it feel when that first guilty verdict was read?
Great. Absolutely wonderful. I cried, but those were happy tears. And a mother's instinct is never wrong, and I had the instinct from the beginning that it was him that killed Chris.
We had no doubts in that, really. If you go back and look at some of the evidence, his gun was the only one that couldn't be found. And the 3 bullets were never matched to any of the guns that was in the house. So that was a point that pointed toward his direction.
You talked about the promise you made to Chris. Do you feel like you fulfilled on that promise now?
I do. My dad, when I was growing up, always said, if you say you're going to do something, do it. And I thought, well, I'm going to do it. I promised him, and I'm going to do it. And I think my dad would be happy that I listened to him when I was growing up. He probably thought I didn't at the time.
You never get over it, but we'll
But you
get through it.
it.
I borrowed those words from Willie Nelson, so they're not authentic.
We always just took it one day at a time, and that's the way you have to get through it.
So what's next? I mean, this has been a fight that we've heard, the Christian family, of course, is never really over, but today it feels like this was a close to a chapter that we can spearhead.
This is a closure that we've been looking for. It'll never bring Chris back, but it is a closure, and maybe we can get our life back and be able to do what we want to do.
Our children have said, one in particular has said, we'd like to have our parents back, so maybe we can share a few good moments with them and more time and with the grandkids. But thanks again to everyone who helped bring this about. It was long overdue, but we got him, and that was the most important thing. He'll never be back on the streets of Knoxville to commit the crimes he had committed in the past. He was a professional criminal, and you have to recognize normally they don't go through any correction.
Yeah, we were hoping that we would at least get where he would never be able to be back on the streets to hurt anybody else, because I would never want anybody else to go through what this family and the Christian family has had to go through. It's just a horrible nightmare.
Hugh, I don't think we heard from Mary. What was it like for you when you heard the first guilty verdict read? What do you think?
It was enlightening. It was. I didn't have all of the tears that she had, but it was very good to hear that, and it kind of capped the 12-year effort that we've been battling with since, and I thought it was a good happening, and I can go to my grave now, satisfied that I fought a good fight.
Is there anything you want people to remember about Chris in all of this? Because sometimes during trial after trial, sometimes forget about the people that they're about.
Chris loved life, and he enjoyed life to the fullest, and he always had a smile on his face. He enjoyed people, he loved his family, he loved his grandchildren, he loved kids, and he would have helped anybody that needed help. That's the kind of person he was. And he was a very sensitive person. He would have never wanted to fight. The last wish that Chris had for Christmas, when I asked him, Chris, what do you want for Christmas? His answer was world peace. And I thought, you know, my God, he's got peace now, but not in this world. But he's got peace.
What do you think Chris would say to you now?
I hope he would be proud of us for fighting for 12 years for him. I think he would be happy for everything that, you know, has occurred since then.
It's taken a lot out of us. It's taken a lot of time that we devoted to this, but I have no regrets whatsoever.
It was all worth it. And I want to also thank everyone that's been a part of this, and all the journalists that have been here, and all the people at court that have helped us, and all the friends that have been through this from the beginning also, Roseanne and Josh, and I just, you know, I want to thank everybody for being there for us and giving us the strength to get through this.
And come spring, we'll be out promoting the Christian-Newsom Memorial Baseball tournaments out at Hall's Community Park with those people, which with the proceeds we get from that, we'll be awarding 2 scholarships to the Hall's High School seniors. And we invite you to come out for that also. Okay.
Thank you.